The screw that holds the net in.
That day woke up not,
Can you believe it? Thank you very much for being...
Look at all the angles and answers at the moment.
From intense battles on the court to shocking retirements, unexpected delays, and fiery controversies, today we're exploring the most controversial and jaw-dropping moments from the 2025 Australian Open. As the defending champion and world number one, expectations were sky high, but the scorching Melbourne heat had other plans. Sinner, visibly struggling, skipped his usual warm-up, hoping to conserve energy. Yet it wasn't long before the battle got tougher. By the second set, the Italian star was in visible distress, lethargic, shaking during changeovers, and battling dizziness. The relentless heat and two grueling service games midway through the third set pushed him to his limit. Even Rune sensed an opportunity, piling on the pressure and forcing Sinner into saving 3 break points in a jaw-dropping 37-shot rally. When it seemed like the match might slip away, Sinner made a bold call, summoning the tournament doctor and taking a medical timeout. Fans watched anxiously as his pulse was checked, and he disappeared off-court for over 10 minutes. But then, something extraordinary happened. Sinner returned with renewed focus, breaking Rune's serve in a crucial 8th game, regaining control of the match. Despite his own struggles, Rune also called a timeout for knee soreness, showing the physical toll the match had taken on both players. In the end, it was Sinner's mental toughness and precise shot-making that saw him through to the quarterfinals with a 6-3, 3-6, 6-3, 6-2 victory. Reflecting on his performance, Sinner admitted,
This morning was a very strange morning because I didn't even warm up today, so trying to go on court as fit as I could. I knew in my mind already before the match that I would struggle today. I have to say that game-wise I played well today. I served very well. It was quality shots, which then gave me confidence to fight on. And
tennis matches are full of surprises, but no one expected the drama of a broken net at Rod Laver Arena during Jannik Sinner's 4th round with Holger Rune. Early in the 4th set, Sinner sent one of his signature powerful serves into the net. The force was enough to dislodge the screw, securing the bottom of the net, leaving it sagging and halting play for nearly 20 minutes. A team of at least 6 people swarmed the net, examining the damage, while the crowd watched with curiosity. A red toolbox finally appeared, and after much tinkering, a worker managed to reattach the metal piece, earning an enthusiastic round of applause from the spectators. "This is probably something that happens 1 in 500 matches," Rune remarked, summing up the rare incident. "The net broke. Boom. That's it. We just had to wait." Meanwhile, the chair umpire, Nico Hellworth, kept things light, reassuring the audience.
"Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we're trying to fix the net as soon as possible. We're probably gonna take a few minutes. Thank you for your patience."
Sinner and Rune were sent to the locker room to avoid sitting in the punishing afternoon heat. For Sinner, the delay couldn't have come at a better time. Already struggling with dizziness and fatigue, he later admitted the unexpected break helped him regroup. "I was lucky today," he said. "Nobody expects this kind of thing. Usually when the net breaks, it's not the bottom." The atmosphere turned tense and emotional when Novak Djokovic, chasing a record-extending 11th Australian Open title, retired from his semi-final against Alexander Zverev due to injury.
In the most dramatic fashion.
Due to injury, Mr. Djokovic can no longer continue play. Game, set, match, Zverev.
After battling through an intense first set, which he lost 7-6 and 7-5 in 80 minutes, the 37-year-old Serbian superstar decided he could no longer continue. His upper left leg was heavily taped following a muscle tear sustained in his quarter-final victory over Carlos Alcaraz, and the pain eventually became unbearable.
Yeah, I did everything I possibly can to basically manage the muscle tear that I had, and
Djokovic explained afterward.
Yeah, towards the end of that first set, I just started feeling more and more pain, and it was too much to handle for me at the moment. So
despite his efforts to push through, his body wouldn't cooperate. The moment of his retirement was met with mixed emotions from the crowd. As Djokovic approached Zverev for a handshake, sections of the audience booed. It was a rare and difficult moment for the tennis legend.
No, I can't, Mark. Wow.
He waved to the crowd and offered a double thumbs up, acknowledging the fans, even those voicing their disappointment. The Novak Djokovic saga at the Australian Open took another dramatic turn after he decided to boycott post-match interviews with official broadcaster Channel 9 following controversial comments made by one of their journalists, Tony Jones. Jones, during a live broadcast in front of an enthusiastic crowd of Serbian fans chanting Djokovic's name, was overheard making comments such as,
"Novak, he's overrated. Novak's a has-been. Novak, kick him out."
The remarks quickly sparked outrage among Djokovic's supporters and the player himself.
A couple of days ago, the famous sports journalist who works for official broadcaster Channel 9 here in Australia made a mockery of Serbian fans and also made insulting and offensive comments towards me.
Djokovic said.
And since then, he chose not to issue any public apology. Neither did Channel 9. So since they're official broadcasters, I chose not to give interviews.
The decision raised questions about media obligations, as Grand Slam rules require players to attend media commitments to avoid gaining an unfair advantage through extra preparation time. Despite this, the Australian Open chose not to fine Djokovic, acknowledging the unique circumstances. Jones eventually addressed the controversy and issued a public apology.
If I could turn back time,
he admitted,
is the last comment I made in that back and forth with the crowd, kick him out. Now, I can stand here and put whatever spin I want in that, but it can only be interpreted as a throwback to the COVID years when he was kicked out. Now, that has angered Novak, which I completely understand now. So,
Djokovic accepted the apology, opting to move on and focus on his upcoming matches. Daniil Medvedev's time at the Australian Open took a dramatic and costly turn, with the Russian fifth seed fined over £60,000 for his second-round match against American teenager Lerner Tien. Medvedev's temper flared again, leading to a point penalty after he threw his racket. Following his surprising defeat, Medvedev also skipped the mandatory post-match press conference, further adding to his list of infractions. While Medvedev earned $200,000 Australian dollars, £102,000 for reaching the second round, fines totaling $76,000 US dollars, £62,400 significantly cut into his earnings. The penalties included the costs for damaging tournament equipment, unsportsmanlike behavior on court, and breaching post-match media obligations. Carlos Alcaraz, the four-time Grand Slam champion, known for his calm demeanor, let frustration get the better of him in the second set when an umpire's let call sparked a heated argument. The incident occurred with Djokovic serving at 3-1 in the second set, trying to build momentum after losing the opener 6-4. As Djokovic delivered his serve, the umpire called a let, but not immediately. The delayed decision left Alcaraz furious, feeling that the call came only after Djokovic had stopped playing. "It was 5 seconds late. It's crazy," Alcaraz vented, visibly upset. Though he acknowledged the serve was indeed a let, he took issue with the timing of the call. The 21-year-old exclaimed repeatedly, his frustration amplified by the boos from the Rod Laver Arena crowd. Adding to the tension, commentators sided with Alcaraz, suggesting that the umpire may have been influenced by Djokovic's pause.
Well, I think everyone in agreement that it was a let, but Alcaraz is not happy that he thinks the umpire's been influenced by Djokovic stopping in that point.
Iga Świątek's command Navarro couldn't request video review, leaving the controversial moment unresolved. Reflecting on the situation, Navarro expressed the internal conflict players face in such moments.
You hit the shot and she hits it back and you're just like, oh, I guess I'm playing. And, you know, in the back of your head, you're like, okay, maybe I can still win the point, even though it wasn't called. And, it's going to be a downer if I stop the point and it turns out it wasn't double bounce. So, it's tough. I think we should be able to see it afterwards and make that call.
Świątek, for her part, admitted uncertainty about the point, revealing that she avoided replaying the moment in her mind to stay focused.
Honestly, I didn't see the replay up to this point because after the point, I didn't look up for the screens because I wanted to stay focused, and I wasn't sure if it was a double bounce or I hit it with my frame. It was hard to say because I was full sprinting, and I don't remember even seeing the contact point. I don't know.